Tahniah. Secara langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia, sebuah inisiatif e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Secara langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Hai.
Hai.
Hai. Salam sejahtera kepada semua, para guru, ibu bapa yang dihormati dan para pelajar yang dikasihi sekalian. Selamat datang ke Pusat Tuisyen YouTuber AYU, usaha sama e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. Apa khabar para pelajar yang dikasihi sekalian? Harap semua berada dalam keadaan yang sihat dan bersedia untuk meneruskan kelas kita pada malam ini. Saya percaya pelajar-pelajar dah tak sabar untuk meneruskan kelas kita pada malam ini. Biarlah cikgu memperkenalkan diri dahulu. Nama saya adalah Cikgu Yati selaku moderator pada malam ini. Hari ini kita ada kelas tuition pra-universiti subjek Perakaunan dan sedang bersiaran secara langsung melalui channel Cikgu Yati. Sesiapa yang belum subscribe beliau, silalah tekan butang subscribe sebagai tanda sokongan kepada Cikgu Yati. Nama sebenar Cikgu Yati ialah Puan Nohayati binti Ismail dari Kolej Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan. Beliau mempunyai pengalaman mengajar selama 28 tahun. Dan tajuk yang akan disampaikan oleh Cikgu Yati pada malam ini adalah Manufacturing Course. Dan kelas ini akan berlangsung selama lebih kurang 1 jam. Cikgu juga ingin memperkenalkan rakan-rakan yang bersama dalam konti kita malam ini. Selain daripada presenter kita, Cikgu Yati. Hai Cikgu Yati.
Hai Cikgu Yi.
Ya. Kita juga ada control host pada malam ini iaitu Madam Lee. Madam Lee adalah dari Kolej Matrikulasi Perak yang mengajar subjek ekonomi. Hai Cikgu Lee.
Halo, apa khabar?
Ya, dan seterusnya adalah pemerhati kita malam ini. Beliau adalah Madam Fizi dari Kolej Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan, mengajar subjek Perakaunan. Hai Madam Fizi.
Hi, hello everybody.
Baiklah, sebelum kita teruskan kelas hari ini, ingin cikgu mengingatkan semua pelajar dan penonton yang ingin menghantar komen, hendaklah menggunakan bahasa yang sopan dan gambar profil yang bersesuaian untuk tuntunan umum. Saya percaya semua pelajar yang hadir kelas malam ini adalah pelajar-pelajar yang cemerlang. Jadi marilah kita tunjukkan satu disiplin yang terbaik. Akademik YouTuber akan memberi kredit AYU atau mata ganjaran. Jadi satu kehadiran dalam mana-mana kelas live AYU adalah bersamaan dengan 3 mata kredit. Jadi saya akan umumkan kod mata kredit satu persatu, iaitu pada masa awal kelas, pertengahan kelas dan juga hujung kelas. Jadi pelajar-pelajar boleh mengisikan borang rekod kredit. Link sijil penyertaan akan diberikan di penghujung kelas pada malam ini. Jadi sila ambil perhatian, link tersebut akan tamat tempoh setengah jam selepas live. Jadi pastikan anda menggunakan email e-didik dan email MOE. Kesalahan memasukkan email tidak akan dilayan. Sila fokus pada isi pelajaran yang akan disampaikan oleh Cikgu Yati nanti. Semoga kelas kita pada malam ini dapat dimanfaatkan sepenuhnya oleh para pelajar. Sebelum memulakan kelas, cikgu akan sebutkan kod mata kredit yang pertama malam ini. Jadi sila buat catatannya semua, iaitu bermula dengan huruf A 16. Huruf A 16, ya. Jadi tanpa membuangkan masa lagi, kita akan mulakan kelas perakaunan yang akan disampaikan oleh Cikgu Yati. Dipersilakan Cikgu Yati.
Okey, terima kasih Cikgu Yi sebagai moderator for tonight. Dan Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh kepada semua pelajar-pelajar yang dikasihi sekalian. Dan terima kasih juga kepada rakan-rakan saya berada di konti, iaitu Cikgu Madam Lee sebagai host controller dan juga Madam Fizi sebagai pemerhati. So tonight kita akan belajar tentang manufacturing cost. So before that, I just want to introduce myself. Okay, ini biodata saya. Nama Nurhati Ismail from College Matrikulasi Negeri 9 and teaching subject accounting for AA015 represent for financial accounting and AA025 for managerial accounting. And my experience is 28 years. Dan don't forget to visit my channel, Cikgu Yati channel. Okay, this is my teammate, Group Economy and Account, lead by Madam Fizi. And this is Mathematics team, lead by Teacher Im. And this is Biology Prayu, lead by Cikgu Faizah. And this is Kimia subject, lead by Cikgu Shahnun. And this is Physics team, lead by Madam Osmaya. And don't forget to visit www.academyyoutuber.com. Okay, now we want to start with topic 2. Manufacturing cost, cost pengeluaran, and you must know the concept and component. Okay, this is the learning objective ataupun subtopic, the importance of cost information, the difference between cost and expenses. So that one lebih kepada teori. Cost classification, boleh teori dan calculation. Manufacturing cost, cost pengeluaran, and non-manufacturing cost. Cost bukan pengeluaran. So this is the subtopic that you must know for topic 2. Okay, this is another subtopic, direct cost, cost langsung, indirect cost, cost tak langsung, product cost, cost pengeluaran. Okay, another name for product cost is manufacturing cost and period cost, cost tempo. And you have to prepare statement of cost of goods manufactured, kos barang dikelang, and income statement, penyata pendapatan. So this is the subtopic that you must know for your PSPM. Okay, this is the importance of cost information. So cost information, maklumat perakaunan is very important to the manager because they want to organize the company. So this is the function, planning, perancangan. They have to set the objective, controlling, pengawalan, kawalan. We have to compare the actual cost and budget cost. So kita bandingkan actual, cost benar dengan cost yang dirancang. And the last one, the manager have to make the decision. So when they want to make the decision, they have to choose the best alternative. The best alternative is the alternative, that means they will choose the decision that it will reduce the cost and maximum the profit. Cost yang minimum dan profit yang paling tinggi. Okay, itu adalah the function or the importance of cost information. Okay, you must know the difference between cost and expenses. Okay, cost adalah cost, expenses ialah belanja. And there is the difference between cost and expenses. What is the difference? Okay, and assets or resources that is sacrificed. Sacrifice that means kita kena keluarkan. Kita kena korbankan in order to obtain another asset which will benefit in the future. So nampak tu, kita kena korbankan one asset to obtain another asset and it will give the benefit in the future. For example, kita kena bayar cash. We have to pay cash in order to obtain machinery. So cash berkurangan and at the same time we can use machinery in the future. So that one we call cost. Okay, another one, the expenses, you can see you have to sacrifice the asset. Kita kena korbankan asset in order to obtain revenue. Dan revenue tu just in the current period. Kita nak korbankan aset untuk mendapatkan revenue. Dan perbelanjaan itu dipanggil perbelanjaan dan dia incurred in the accounting period. Dia tak boleh bawa for the next current period. So that one kita panggil accounting period, will incur expenses incurred in the accounting period. Tapi cost, you can use the product that will give the benefit in the future. Benefit tu maknanya manfaat. Kita beli aset and aset tu boleh dimanfaatkan in the future. Okay, there is the difference. This one in the future and this one in the current period. Okay, normally this part, they will ask you in the theory part, UPS. So you must know the different costs and expenses. Okay, this one, cost classification. Cost classification, that means we have to calculate cost based on, yang pertama, function, fungsi. So kita guna function, fungsi, you can classify cost based on manufacturing and non-manufacturing. Okay, nampak tu? Maksudnya kalau kita nak kira cost, kita ikut fungsi dia. Satu di bawah manufacturing, maknanya cost pengeluaran, dan satu tu bukan pengeluaran. Okay, another one, you can classify cost based on behavior. Behavior ialah gelagat cost. So when we say behavior, we have to respond cost to the changes in activity. Maksudnya changes in activity ialah perubahan pengeluaran. Makin tinggi pengeluaran, maka makin banyaklah kos yang terlibat. So itu dipanggil behavior, gelagat cost. Gelagat cost dia tengok kira based on the changes in activity. In activity ialah pengeluaran, in terms of pengeluaran. Ya. Okay, another one ialah assignment. We have to allocate cost based on cost object. Assignment ni lebih kepada agihan cost. Agihan cost ikut cost object tersebut. Object tu ialah biasanya kita tengok finished good. So bila tengok finished good, we can expect the cost incurred. So assignment ataupun allocation ataupun dalam bahasa Melayu ialah peruntukan cost. So cost classification dia boleh based on function, behavior or assignment. For topic 2, kita fokus dekat function and assignment. Untuk behavior, we will learn more detail in topic 3, cost behavior. Okay, another one. Ni kita masih lagi about cost. So, now kita fokus to manufacturing cost. Okay, bila sebut manufacturing cost, it relates to manufacturing department ataupun kos pengeluaran di mana dia berlaku dalam kilang. Manufacturing department. Kalau di manufacturing department refer to kilang lah. So there are 3 component. Number 1, direct material. Number 2, direct material lah, bahan langsung. Number 2, direct labor, buruh langsung. And number 3, manufacturing overhead, belanja perkilangan. Okay, there are 3 components under manufacturing cost. Okay, so cost pengeluaran yang the first component, direct material, refer kepada raw material cost that can be traced to the finished product. So raw material adalah bahan mentah that we can trace. So itu maknanya boleh kesan kepada finished good. So bila kita tengok furniture, for example the table, furniture, so we know that the table made from wood. So wood tu adalah raw material. And another one, the second component, direct labor, buruh langsung. Direct labor or labor cost incurred that convert raw materials into finished product. So, for example, carpenter will convert wood into the finished product. That is table. So, that one kita panggil dia direct labor. And the third one, the third component ialah manufacturing overhead. Okay, manufacturing overhead is all manufacturing costs except direct material and direct labor. Maksudnya apa-apa expenses incurred in the manufacturing department, that one we call manufacturing overhead. Banyak ya. So, which expenses yang paling banyak? Kalau kita buat the calculation, kebanyakan the expenses adalah di bawah manufacturing overhead. Banyak senarai ya. So one of it ialah indirect material, indirect labor, supervisor's salary, insurance of factory, banyak lagi ya, utilities dan sebagainya. So there are three components under manufacturing costs. And this is non-manufacturing costs. Non-manufacturing cost ialah kos bukan pengeluaran. And there are two components, selling expense or selling expenses ialah belanja, jualan, and another one ialah administrative expenses, belanja pentadbiran. Okay, there are two components. So bila sebut selling expenses, maknanya apa-apa expenses incurred in the selling department. So apa-apa barang siap from manufacturing, dia akan pindah ke selling department, and there are expenses incurred in the selling department. So there are example for selling expenses yang berlaku dekat selling department: advertising, iklan, commission, sales commission, depreciation of sales equipment. Ni biasa dekat sini lah yang selling department. And another one, this is administrative expenses, belanja pejabat, belanja pentadbiran. Okay, administrative or administration costs of the organisation that cannot be assigned to either production or selling. So dia bukan bahagian production dan dia bukan bahagian selling department. So dia lebih kepada pentadbiran. So you just assume administrative expenses, dia orang ada building, administrative department. So there are example for administrative expenses. Number one, director's salary, depreciation of office equipment. Example lain yang depreciation of vehicles for office, dan also kita boleh record sebagai rent for office department. Okay, so this one is non-manufacturing cost. Dia tak terlibat in the manufacturing department. Okay, the next one, cost classification. Yang kedua ialah behavior, cost behavior. Cost behavior ialah gelagat cost. There are three elements. The first one, variable cost. So kita akan belajar more detail for this element. Variable cost ialah cost berubah. Another one, fixed cost, cost tetap. And the third one ialah mixed cost. This is the element for cost behavior. That means when the company want to calculate the cost behavior, dia nak kira cost based on behavior atau gelagat. There are three elements. So the first one, variable cost, adalah refer to the changes in the level of activities. So maksudnya, lagi tinggi the level of activity, maka direct material pun makin tinggi dan direct labor pun makin tinggi. For example, if you produce, for example kan, if you produce chicken chop kan, so kita akan beli direct material ialah chicken. Mula-mula kita produce 10 unit of chicken. So we need only one chicken chop. Tapi kita perlu one chicken only. Tapi bila kita produce more chicken chop, the number of chicken pun increase, and direct labor, the chief cooker pun increase. That one is variable cost. So kita akan learn more detail for this cost behavior in topic 3. So this one, fixed cost, the cost remain constant whether the changes of the level of activity increase or decrease. Okay, biasanya machine, rent. Maksudnya kita produce the product atau tak produce the product, we still have to pay the rent of the factory. And the last one, mixed cost. Okay, this one dia ada variable cost and fixed cost. Nanti kita akan discuss more detail in topic 3. Apa yang that you have to know is under cost behavior, there are 3 elements: variable cost, fixed cost and mixed cost. Okay, this is assignment. Assignment ialah allocation of cost. Kita nak kira cost based on the assignment, agihan cost dia. Ada dua elemen when you want to calculate under assignment. The first one, direct cost, and the second one, indirect cost. So the first one, cost that can be traced to a cost object. Maksudnya kita boleh nampak kesan cost yang terlibat berdasarkan cost object. Cost object tu ialah cost bahan yang kita nak kira. For example, kat sini cost object ialah finished good. So when you look at the finished good, for example the furniture, so kita nampak furniture, dia punya direct material is wood. Kalau kita tengok baju clothes, the direct material is cotton. Tu kita kata can be traced, boleh dikesan. So there are 2 component, direct materials and direct labor. Untuk indirect cost, there are 2 component juga ya. Satu under manufacturing indirect cost ataupun dipanggil manufacturing cost, indirect manufacturing cost, and another one ialah indirect non-manufacturing cost. So semua cost component iaitu di sini ialah MO, selling, admin dan selling expense and admin expenses. So 3 component under indirect cost, and for direct cost ialah 2 component only, that is direct material and direct labor. So this one kita nak kira the cost based on allocation or assignment. So topic 2 kita more to the first one, manufacturing and non-manufacturing. Okay, yang ni pun kita discuss more detail in topic 2. Okay, this is manufacturing. You can see manufacturing consists of activities and process that convert raw material into finished good. So daripada bahan mentah dijadikan kepada barang siap. So apa component? There are 3 component: direct materials, direct labor and manufacturing overhead. So from cotton, this one direct material, from cotton kita akan jadikan dia finished good, dia is cloth. This one wood, and the direct labor, so this one is carpenter and this one is chef cooker. And manufacturing overhead, apa-apa expenses that incurred in the manufacturing department kecuali direct materials and direct labor. So this is the component for manufacturing cost. Okay, you can see kita focus for direct material. So this is raw material that you can see physically or directly with the finished product. So this is the example. Apa-apa raw material that you can trace to the finished product. For example, furniture. So you can see this is the raw material ialah wood. So you can trace wood in the furniture. Okay, this one cotton. So bila di convert to the finished product, clothes, kita akan nampak that the clothes made by cotton. So this one we call direct material. And indirect material, there are 2 characteristics, not physically part of finished product. So dia bukan a main product. And physically, maksudnya we cannot see that product. Tapi we are using in the minority lah. We are using in the minority part. So for example, when you want to produce the table, that one is furniture. So the company need glue. This is glue to be used to fix the furniture, and this is screw. So dua-dua ni dia tak nampak from the finished product because we cannot see them physically, but they are used in the small quantity. So we are considered as manufacturing overhead. And this is direct labor, the person in charge that convert raw material into finished goods. So normally kita panggil dia assembly line wages. Ataupun another one kita panggil operator production. Apa-apa operator production ataupun dalam bahasa Melayu ialah operator pengeluaran. Operator pengeluaran, dia operate the machine in order to produce the product. Okay, another one, that is the different ya. Manufacturing cost, direct labor and indirect labor adalah kategori manufacturing overhead, work of factory employees that has no physical association with finished product. So dia tak terlibat secara langsung to produce the finished product. So the example is supervisor's salaries and factory janitor's salary. Okay, janitors mean the person in charge for the building. Dia bertugas menjaga bangunan. For example, dia jaga kunci, the key of the building, ataupun dia jaga kebersihan, apa-apa keselamatan of the building. So kita panggil the janitors. Okay, now we focus another one, the third component, manufacturing overhead. Apa-apa expenses incurred except, kecuali direct materials and direct labor that incurred in the manufacturing department. So we call manufacturing overhead. So this is the utilities expenses and this is rent expenses. Okay, now we focus to element 4, manufacturing cost. There are 3 components, direct material, direct labor and manufacturing overhead. And you must also know another name for manufacturing cost, kos pengeluaran, nama lain ialah product cost dan inventoriable cost. Okay, untuk these 3 component, when you separate this one, dia jadi prime cost. Dalamnya ada 2 component, direct material, direct labor. So this is the primary cost. Okay, prime cost sama juga dengan object cost. So this is the cost that you can trace to the finished product. Kita nampak daripada finished product, siapa yang menghasilkan the finished product and what is the raw material. Okay, conversion cost, ni cost prima bahasa Melayu. Conversion cost ialah cost penukaran. Cost incurred to convert materials into the finished product. So kita convert daripada bahan mentah untuk menjadi barang siap. Itu dipanggil cost penukaran. Siapa yang in charge? That one is the direct labor. So ada berapa komponen under conversion cost? There are 2 component, direct labor and manufacturing overhead. Kita nak menghasilkan finished product, we need direct labor to convert material into the finished product, and we have to pay for utilities, rent, insurance when you want to convert materials into the finished product. Okay, you can see the component for prime cost. There are 2 components and there are 2 components for conversion cost. Jangan lupa the formula. Bukan the formula, the component ya. 2 component under prime cost ialah direct material, direct labor, and 2 components for conversion cost ialah direct labor and manufacturing overhead. So ada berapa cost kat sini ya? Manufacturing cost, 3 components. So you make sure you remember the cost, the list of costs. Okay, this is the summary for cost. So you can see that there are 2 costs. The first one manufacturing cost and this one non-manufacturing cost. And you can see that manufacturing cost divided into 3 components.
Cikgu Yati?
Yes.
Boleh tak kita lihat sebentar dan memberi laluan kepada iklan AYU?
Okey, boleh.
Ya. Jadi sebelum ini, cikgu akan umumkan kod mata kredit seterusnya. Jadi pelajar-pelajar sila ambil perhatian. Kod mata kredit seterusnya ialah 5. 5 ya. Okey, mari kita lihat sebentar. Ya, selamat kembali semua. Sebelum saya serahkan kelas kepada Cikgu Yati, Cikgu akan bacakan kod mata kredit yang berikutnya. Sekali lagi, kod mata kredit berikutnya adalah 5. Ya, nombor 5. Jadi silakan Cikgu Yati.
Okay, thank you Cikgu Yi as moderator. Okay, this is the summary for cost. Pertama, you must know the difference between manufacturing cost and non-manufacturing cost. There are 3 components for manufacturing cost. Dan this one, 2 component under non-manufacturing cost. Okay, direct materials and direct labor, dia adalah direct cost. Indirect cost ada 3, manufacturing, selling and administrative expenses. Itu adalah indirect cost. Tapi kita boleh bahas asingkan ya. Indirect manufacturing cost and indirect non-manufacturing cost. Okay, this one adalah product cost and this one is period cost. So you can see non-manufacturing cost adalah sama dengan period cost. Okay. Okay, the product cost is inventoriable cost. Cost yang boleh kita inventorykan. Maksudnya inventory tu ialah stok lah. Stok tu yang kita boleh carry forward to the next year atau next month. Period cost tak boleh ya. Dia hanya untuk during the accounting period saja. So dia tak involved in manufacturing finished product. So there are 2 components, selling and admin expenses. Tapi product cost 3 as usual. So you can see the difference ya. Okay, this is the example. Normally you are given the question. So you have to classify 5 components, either direct material, direct labor, manufacturing overhead, selling expenses or admin expenses. Tapi selling and admin tu kita boleh kategori period cost. So this is the question. First step, you must identify the component. Kenapa? Sebab kita nak kira the classification cost. Okay, number 1, this is factory equipment rent, dia adalah MO. Komponen MO ialah manufacturing overhead. Factory building insurance dia adalah MO. Raw materials, direct material. Factory utilities dia adalah MO. So MO ialah short form for manufacturing overhead. Macam mana kita nak tahu? You can see the keyword factory. Apa-apa yang berkaitan dengan factory, that means it is from manufacturing department. Okay, supplies, office supplies expense dia adalah S&A, selling and admin expenses. Assembly line wages, ini pengeluaran, operator pengeluaran, dia adalah direct labor. Okay, this one is selling and admin expense. Ada keywordnya lah office equipment. Indirect material, MO. This one MO, supervisory, MO, advertising, dia adalah expenses incurred in the selling department, sales commission, S&A, and the last one adalah MO. So this is the first step. Kalau kamu nak kira what is the period cost, product cost or prime cost, you must identify the component. Ada 5 component, tapi S&A you can combine together, selling and admin expenses. So you are required to classify product cost, period cost, prime cost, conversion cost. This one you just classify saja. And another one you have to calculate manufacturing cost, product cost, non-manufacturing cost. Okay, ingat ya, manufacturing cost you have 3 component. Non-manufacturing 2 component, period cost sama dengan non-manufacturing cost. Prime cost ada 2 component, conversion cost ada 2 component. That one you must remember the component. Okay, you have to calculate direct cost that you can trace the cost from the finished good. Okay, indirect manufacturing cost ialah indirect cost yang ada dekat manufacturing, that is manufacturing overhead. Okay, this is classification. You can see kalau manufacturing cost, dia boleh jadi under product cost and also conversion cost. So you can see manufacturing, dia ada di bawah component, ada di bawah classification, product cost and conversion cost. Okay, for direct material, dia ada di bawah product cost and also di bawah prime cost. So you must identify and you must record in the correct classification. So you look at F ni, dia ada direct labor. So direct labor dia ada di bawah product cost, dan direct labor pun dia ada di bawah prime cost, and direct labor pun berada di bawah conversion cost. Ingat ya, prime cost maknanya ada dua komponen, direct material and direct labor. Conversion cost ada dua komponen, direct labor and MO. Itu dipanggil classification. You just identify. Okay, now you have to calculate manufacturing cost. Okay, you can see manufacturing cost, you have to calculate three components, direct materials, direct labor and manufacturing overhead. Okay, kita dah identify tadi kan, from the list kita dah identify which one is direct material, which one is direct labor component and which one is manufacturing overhead. So kalau kita tengok from the question, paling banyak expenses ialah from manufacturing overhead. Apa-apa expenses incurred selain daripada direct materials and direct labor in manufacturing department, dia adalah manufacturing overhead. So this is the calculation. So okay, this one, topic 2 ni kita akan buat under assignment ya. So you can see you have to record in order, direct material, direct labor and MO, and you got the answer. Untuk ketiga komponen ialah 285,525. Okay, ingat komponen saja, and you must know the list for manufacturing overhead. Okay, non-manufacturing cost atau nama lain ialah period cost. Period cost tu maksudnya not relate to manufacturing department. So dia adalah under selling department and admin department. Selling department tu apa-apa expenses incurred under selling dipanggil selling expenses, and under admin kita panggil admin expenses. So kita dah identify just now. So the total for period cost is 82,050. So senang kan? Very easy. Yang penting you must identify the component. And for prime cost, ada dua komponen, direct materials and direct labor. So kita dah identify dua-dua. So you just add direct material and direct labor untuk cost prima. So the answer is 270,000. Macam mana kita dapat answer ni? Based on the question yang kita dah identify. Okay, this is conversion cost. Conversion cost ada dua komponen. The first one, direct labor, and the second one ialah manufacturing overhead. Itu ingat lagi conversion cost, cost penukaran, where cost penukaran ialah the direct labor will convert raw materials into finished product. Dia akan menukarkan bahan mentah kepada barang siap. So this is the cost incurred under conversion cost. Yang penting you must know the component, ada dua, direct labor and manufacturing overhead. Kita listkan all manufacturing overhead, and this is the answer for conversion cost. Senang ya. Kalau kita nak list under manufacturing overhead, you can see ada perkataan factory. Factory equipment, factory utilities, indirect materials. Just now saya dah explain indirect materials under MO, factory property tax, factory supervisory salary, penyelia ni, and depreciation on factory building. So very easy for you to identify the manufacturing overhead. Okay, the next one, you have to calculate direct cost. Direct cost ialah cost object. You can trace cost directly dekat finished product. So bila kita tengok saja the furniture, kita tahu dia adalah wood raw material, and dia siapa yang buat? The carpenter. So inilah jawapan for direct cost. So the formula for direct cost sama dengan prime cost. So you must know the component ada dua. Okay, the next one, you have to calculate indirect material, indirect material, indirect manufacturing cost, indirect cost lah maksudnya. So this one is under manufacturing cost, kita ambil MO, manufacturing overhead. So this is the list for manufacturing overhead, and you get the answer, indirect material, indirect manufacturing cost. So MO lah jawapan dia. Ingat ya, indirect cost ada dua. Satu, indirect manufacturing cost, and another one ialah indirect non-manufacturing cost. Yang penting, you must identify the item and which component terlibat. Okay, this is the statement. You have to prepare based on the item. Sometimes you have to classify the cost, and there is another part, you have to prepare the statement. Okay, this tiga ni, cost of goods manufactured statement, kos barang dikilang ataupun penyata kos barang dikilang, maknanya barang yang telah dikilang, yang telah dihasilkan ialah barang siap. Cost of goods sold, kos barang dijual, and comprehensive income statement. Okay, these three statement, cost of goods sold ni adalah part of comprehensive income. Dia ada relationship with cost of goods manufactured statement. Okay, kadang-kadang saya guna shortcut ya, COGM. So COGM ialah cost of goods manufactured statement. Okay, soalan ni, you must identify the item and the component, dan which component yang kena masuk dekat COGM, cost of goods manufactured, and which one is under income statement. Okay, this is the manufacturing activity is to process raw material into finished good. So bila kita nak process raw materials into finished good, kita ada 3 inventory. Inventory stock. Contohnya stok bahan mentah, kita ada stok bahan mentah simpan in the store, and we have the stock for work in process, barang dalam proses ataupun produk dalam proses. Work in process maknanya kerja dalam proses. Dia belum siap 100% tapi still in working. So bahasa Melayu ni lah kerja dalam proses. Work in process. And the last one kita jadi finished good, barang siap. Okay, for example saya bagi contoh cotton. Cotton adalah raw material. Okay, bila dia dah proses separuh siam ataupun kerja dalam proses, dia jadi kain, cloth. Kalau dia proses lagi sehingga jadi finished good, dia menjadi dress, baju, t-shirt. Itulah dia. Jadi semua ni melibatkan inventory, and 3 inventory ni is very important for you to record in the correct statement. Okay, this is the flow of manufacturing cost. Direct material, direct labor, manufacturing overhead, 3 komponen. Dia akan proses. Bila dia dah proses, dia belum proses, dia tengah proses. So kita panggil kerja dalam proses. Jadi cotton diproses, dia jadi kain. So kain ni adalah dalam proses. Sama juga kalau kita nak proses wood, kerja dalam proses, work in processnya adalah papan. Bila kita proses, dia akan jadi finished good. That one is the furniture, and then kita jual. Bila kita jual, you have to calculate cost of goods sold. Kita kena kira cost. So tajuk ni berkaitan dengan cost. So managerial accounting relate to cost. Okay, this is the statement. You can see the statement for cost of goods manufactured statement. Okay, bila sebut cost of goods manufactured statement, dia relate dengan manufacturing cost. Okay, there are 3 components. So ketiga-tiga komponen direct material. So you must calculate direct material use ni guna formula beginning direct material tambah direct material purchase and deduct direct material ending, kita akan dapat direct material use, bahan mentah yang digunakan untuk current year. And then you have to add direct labor and manufacturing overhead. So bila kita tambah ketiga-tiga ni, kita dapat current manufacturing cost. Current manufacturing cost ialah kos pengeluaran semasa. Contohnya kita keluar for the month of December 2021. So this is the current manufacturing cost. Tetapi we want to calculate cost of goods manufactured, kos barang dikilang. So we must consider work in process beginning. Work in process ialah kerja dalam proses awal, iaitu daripada bulan sebelum tu atau tahun sebelum tu kita kena proses untuk jadikan barang siap, dan kita kena tolak work in process ending. So the current year atau current month, dia tengah proses, kita kena tolak because you want to produce the finished good. So after deduct work in process ending, kita dapat cost of goods manufactured. And this amount, it relates to income statement. Macam mana kita relate? Ingat ya, this one income statement kita dah belajar SEM 1. Kita belajar, ingat tak, finished good tambah purchases. So that means we purchase merchandise from the supplier. Tapi for this topic, kita tak purchase the merchandise. What we are producing, we are manufacturing the finished product. So bila kita manufacturing the finished product, ini amount ni sangat penting. You take from the cost of goods manufactured. So you must transfer this amount into the income statement. So kita akan dapat cost of goods available for sale, kos barang sedia dijual, tolak, finished good. Okay, kita tengok there are 3 inventories. Inventory pertama ialah direct material, kita record dekat manufacturing statement. Kita record dekat COGM lah. Another one, kita record work in process inventory kat sini, tetapi finished good inventory kita record under income statement. So income statement kita prepare for cost of goods. So kita nak kira cost yang terlibat when you want to sell the finished good. So you must be able to prepare these 2 statement. Dia ada relationship. Kalau sini salah, it means that your answer for COGS pun salah. Okay, this is the flow. The flow for income statement under merchandiser and manufacturer. Kita belajar SEM 2, SEM 1 tentang merchandiser. Kita purchase the goods from the supplier. Tapi under SEM 2, AA025, we learn more detail about manufacturer. We are producing the product and kita perlukan maklumat cost of goods manufactured. Tapi flow dia sama. Beginning, inventory, tambah purchase, tolak ending, dapat cost of goods. So yang ni pun sama, tapi ni beginning, finished good, tambah COGM, tolak, ending, then you got the answer. Okay, when you want to prepare, you must remember the formula. This is the formula. You can see, we must start with the name of the company, the date, and the name of the statement. So namanya ialah kos barang tikilang, cost of goods manufactured. Or I will use short form COGM. Okay, kita prepare 3 komponen, direct material, direct labor, and manufacturing overhead. Kita total, and then you get total current manufacturing cost. So ingat ya, this is current manufacturing cost for that year. And you must consider work in process beginning, kita dapat from the previous year, tolak work in process, ending for the current year. Kita akan dapat cost of goods manufactured. So this is very important because kita nak transfer this amount to the income statement. So ini sama je, income statement under AA015 you have learned before. Bezanya we are using kita guna produce this product kan. So kita ambil this figure from COGM. Ni je beza, yang lain tu sama. And operating expenses adalah period cost. Maknanya dia bukan di bawah manufacturing department tetapi di bawah selling expenses and also admin expenses. So you must remember the formula and ingat ya, there is a relationship between cost of goods manufactured and income statement. Okay, this is the formula. Now, you are given the question. So bila dia bagi soalan, kita kena identify because you are preparing COGM dan income statement. So you must identify the component and this component whether you want to record in COGM or IS. So kalau COGM dia melibatkan 3 komponen, direct material, direct labor and MO. Manakala income statement it relates to selling expenses and also admin expenses. Okay, 3 inventory. Ni pun kena ingat ya. Inventory for raw material and work in process kita record dalam cost of goods manufactured. Ingat formula dia. Tapi finished good kita record under income statement. Okay. Ada item, there are certain item not related to COGM. So you must be very careful. Make sure you just choose the correct item to record under COGM and under income statement. So kita pilih sekarang ya. Okay, for example, account receivable not related. So saya tanda merah tak. So not related tu kita ignore. Sales kita record under income statement. Assembly line wages under COGM, this is direct labor. Factory utilities under COGM, MO ya. Factory supervisor salaries kita record under COGM because this is MO, manufacturing overhead. Plant and equipment, okay, this is asset. Just ignore. Dia tak relate dengan COGM dan income statement. Kita record kat mana? Financial position, so ignore. Factory taxes record under COGM. So this one COGM. Okay, saya dah sebut tadi kan. Kalau raw material memang under COGM, work in process under COGM, dan finished good inventory under income statement. So the first step, you must identify the component. Kalau component relate to direct material, direct labor dan MO, we must record under COGM. Kalau the item relate to selling and admin expenses, you have to record under income statement. Dan inventory, 3 inventory, 2 that is raw material and work in process, you must record under COGM. Finished good kita record under income statement. Okay, this one you identify lagi. You have to record kat mana kan. So factory maintenance kat COGM. Advertising, so keywordnya lah factory kan. Advertising, income statement. Raw material, COGM. Sales commission, income statement. Okay, accumulated depreciation, ignore or not related because we have to record under financial position. Okay, sales expenses record dekat income statement. Administrative expenses you have to record income statement, and the last one you have to record under COGM. So kita dah identify the item yang kena record dekat COGM and income statement. So you must prepare the format based on the formula. So you must memorize the formula. So kalau income, cost of goods manufactured statement, dia ada 3 komponen. You have to calculate direct material, masukkan beginning, tambah raw material purchase, tolak raw material inventory, and you got direct material use 18,000. So tambah direct labor 22,000. And this is the list for MO. Kita dah identify just now. So record the total manufacturing overhead, dan jangan lupa kita kena campurkan semua ni, kita dapat current manufacturing cost. Current manufacturing cost ialah manufacturing cost untuk bulan semasa. Dan you must consider work in process, beginning tambah, dan tolak work in process, ending, dan kita akan dapat cost of goods manufactured. Dan cost of goods manufactured ni make sure betul, sebab kita perlukan amount ni, we need this amount and we have to transfer this amount dekat mana? Income statement. Kalau kamu salah for your cost of goods manufactured and your answer for income statement pun salah. Okay, when you want to record the income statement, as usual, you have to record the name of the company and the statement, comprehensive income statement, and the date. Okay, this one for monthly. Untuk bulan March 2021. Okay, you must start with sales, tolak cost of goods. So this is the standard format. Bezanya, we just record cost of goods. So kita tak record purchases. Kalau SEM 1 kita record purchases. But we are producing the product. Kalau SEM 1 kita belajar, we are purchasing the merchandise. So just you take this figure from COGM and you have to deduct the finished good, inventory, ending, and you got the answer for cost of goods sold. Biasanya, sometimes the question will ask you to calculate cost of goods sold. Tapi before you calculate cost of goods sold, you are required to prepare cost of goods manufactured statement. Dia ada relationship dengan cost of goods manufactured. So ingat the formula. Okay, so dapat tolak COJ, kita dapat gross profit. And this is operating expenses. So operating expenses relate to period cost. Period cost tu apa? Selling expense and also administrative expenses. So kalau kita tengok COGM, kita record 3 komponen, direct material, direct labors and MO. Manakala under comprehensive income statement, we have to record 2 komponen. That is sales expenses and administrative expenses. Okay. Saya rasa tu je kot, dah habis lah. Okay, now. Dah habis. Okay, now I just want to give you quiz. So, are you ready? All the students? Now. Okay, soalan the first question. So, this one you must identify the manufacturing cost, apa component, and non-manufacturing cost, apa component. Okay, the first one, which of the following is not a manufacturing cost category? Ni kena ingat the component. Saya ada sebut tadi kan, manufacturing cost, what is the component? So yang mana not relate to manufacturing cost? A, cost of goods sold. B, direct materials. C, direct labor. D, manufacturing overhead. So any student, can you give the answer in the comment? Senang, this is the direct questions. Kemahiran berfikir aras, saya rasa rendah lah kiranya. Because you can get the answer directly from the question.
Ya, Cikgu Yati sudah ada jawapan ya. Ada dari Najiha, jawapan A. Dan ada Fasiha, jawapan A. Nurin, jawapan A.
Okay.
Ramai juga yang jawab A. Alia A. Kebanyakan pelajar jawab A.
Wah, cemerlang pelajar ya. Okay, congratulations kepada pelajar-pelajar yang jawab tu. Bagus ya diorang. Okay, jawapan dia memang betul lah, cost of goods sold. So, cost of goods sold dia adalah non-manufacturing cost. Yang lain tu adalah component for manufacturing cost. Ni saya bagi soalan senang. This is direct answer because this is theory. Okay, the question number 2, this is calculation. So, the student, can you prepare a piece of paper dengan calculator dan pen? Kira. Ni sederhana sikit ya. The second question, nampak kan? Bila nampak tu dia dah pening kot. Tak pening. Kalau kamu, if you know the concept, I think you don't have the problem. Okay, Murni Trading report the following year and information. Dia bagi information beginning work in process, 80,000, cost of goods manufactured, COGM, 750,000, beginning finished good, inventory 50,000, ending work in process, inventory 70,000, dan dia bagi ending finished good inventory 40,000. How much is Moni's trading cost of goods sold? Dia macam banyak saja kan. Tapi sebenarnya dia nak kamu kira cost of goods sold. Kalau kamu ingat the formula, dia relate dengan apa? Cost of goods sold, dia relate dengan finished good. Yang lain tu, not related tu, just ignore. So you must choose the correct amount. Soalan ni, kalau student kira, maybe it takes about 1 minute to calculate cost of goods sold. Okay, kot ada yang nak kira ke?
Ya, ada jawapan dari pelajar bernama Nurul Haswani, jawapan B. Dan ada Hanis juga jawapan B.
B, boy.
Farizato jawapan B. Ramai yang jawab B. Syakira jawapan B. Ya, semua jawapan B.
Bagus. Tahniah kepada mereka yang jawab betul. Jadi tak ada yang salah lah. Bagus. Okey, cepat dia orang kira. Bagus. Saya expect 1 minute. Baguslah dia orang ni kan. Tajuk ni mula-mula ni memang sangat penting tajuk ni. Topic 2 is very important for you to continue with topic 3. So this is the answer. Betul lah. Congratulations. And this is the working. Inilah kira dia. Beginning, finish good inventory, tambah COGM, tolak ending. So you must choose the correct item. And the last one, soalan ni last ya. Banyaknya madam soal. Tak ada, ini last. Okay, this one you must calculate the cost of direct material purchase. Berbeza. Biasanya kita kira direct material use. Tetapi sekarang ni dia tengah-tengah hilang. Tengah-tengah tu yang kita kena kira. Maknanya kita kena kira daripada bawah naik ke atas kalau ikut statement. So dia bagi ending, beginning dia ialah 64,000, beginning direct material 64,000, ending 80,000 and direct material use ialah 310,000. So what is the cost of direct material purchase? Ni soalan kena kira sikit. Maybe ambil masa. Dah ada jawapan ke Cikgu Yi dia orang?
Belum lagi setakat ni.
Okay,
sedang kira kot.
Soalan ni adalah macam kebat sikit. Dia missing figure-nya tengah-tengah. Dia dah bagi ending answer, dia dah bagi the beginning and dia bagi the ending answer. So the student have to calculate tengah-tengah.
Sudah ada jawapan. Dari Aina, jawapan D.
D.
Ya.
Okay. Yang lain tak ada dah.
Dan dari Farizato, jawapan D. Alia, D. Noiza, D.
Okay, yes. Okay, dah ramai.
Dan Balkis juga D. Ramai yang jawab D.
Oh, bagus. Semua jawapan sama. Very good. So, memang jawapan dia D. Kita kira missing figure tengah-tengah. So, bila kita kira missing figure tengah-tengah, you must, this is the format. So, from this format, you must calculate from the bottom. Ni daripada top sampai bottom. So, from bottom, kita tambah 80,000 dan kita tolak 64,000. So, you get 326,000. So, tahniah kepada student yang memberikan kerjasama untuk jawab for the quiz. Very good and congratulations. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Saya serahkan kembali kepada Cikgu Yi untuk penutupnya.
Ya, terima kasih Cikgu Yati atas penyampaian ilmu yang bersahaja dan menarik sebentar tadi, dan semoga ilmu yang disampaikan oleh beliau dapat memberi manfaat kepada semua pelajar pra-universiti ya. Jadi dengan berakhirnya penyampaian ilmu tadi, maka beralihlah kelas kita pada malam ini. Jadi cikgu akan sebutkan kod mata kredit yang terakhir untuk kelas malam ini ya, iaitu nombor 9 ya, nombor 9. Jadi tahniah diucapkan kepada semua pelajar yang setia bersama dengan Cikgu Yati pada malam ini dari awal sehingga ke saat ini. Jadi sebelum kita tamat kelas hari ini, jadi pelajar akan dapat link sijil pada bahagian chat. Sila ambil perhatian, link tersebut akan tamat tempoh setengah jam selepas kelas live ini. Jadi pastikan anda guna email yang betul ya, sebab kesalahan memasukkan email tidak akan dilayan. Dan kelas seterusnya adalah subjek ekonomi dan saya yang akan menyampaikan pelajaran pada hari dan waktu yang sama minggu hadapannya, iaitu hari Rabu. Jadi pelajar-pelajar dipersilakan untuk menyertai kelas tersebut. Dan semua kelas online percuma boleh ditonton semula melalui link yang disediakan di portal AYU. Sila layari ke portal www.academicyoutuber.com untuk dapatkan info yang terkini dan sebarkan kelas tuisyen percuma kepada rakan-rakan dan guru-guru di seluruh Malaysia. Usaha ini adalah hasil gabungan guru-guru seluruh Malaysia untuk semua pelajar seluruh negara. Semoga kita mendapat manfaat daripada kelas-kelas yang dijalankan. Bermula percuma, selama-lamanya percuma. Jadi sekian sahaja untuk malam ini. Terima kasih dan jumpa lagi. Bye-bye semua.
Wow, banyaknya hadiah menarik menanti anda. Wah, kini Akademi YouTuber mengambil inisiatif baru di mana memberikan hadiah-hadiah ini secara percuma. Ya, percuma kepada anda semua. Bagaimana caranya? Dengan mengikuti kelas tuisyen online percuma Akademi YouTuber sambil mengutip mata kredit, anda dapat menukarkannya dengan hadiah-hadiah yang menarik ini. Tunggu apa lagi? Segalanya percuma. Jangan lepaskan peluang tau. Dah dapat banyak hadiah menarik, takkan nak lepaskan peluang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com sekarang untuk maklumat lanjut.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.